Hey, what's up, folks? Hope you're having a great week so far. And today, as I kind of promised last week, I'm going to talk about something different because I feel like we hammered the topic of in-app experiences to death a bit recently. So I was reading this post by Andrew Copeland, basically about how removing friction by, your growth marketing team can result in an influx of really bad leads that then your product and customer success have to deal with. And it made me think, like, how does that happen that we pit one team against another? So basically, I realized it all boils down to picking the wrong metrics to measure your different teams by, or actually choosing metrics that are kind of mutually exclusive, or maybe not entirely mutually exclusive, but stand at contradiction with each other to some extent, and therefore they can be abused. Oh, it's a terrible word, right? But they can be abused for personal gain of the different team members, which is kind of natural because everyone wants to hit their KPIs. So if you set them up that way, it will just lead to people naturally trying to do their best to hit their KPIs, even if it means that the KPIs of another team suffer. And you don't want to do that with your acquisition and your activation teams. So basically, if your acquisition team is chasing MQLs, is chasing more signups, right? More leads for your sales team. They may end up removing all friction from your sign-up flow. They may end up creating content and sales enablement documents that may brush certain things about your product under the carpet. And the sales team may end up pushing, people down the funnel that are not maybe ready to, convert yet. So then what happens is that you'll end up with a lot of leads and a lot of new users that are simply not qualified to use your product yet. And that's what your product or your customer success team, depending on who owns user activation and engagement, will have to deal with later. So they will have to deal with lower trial to paid conversion rate. They will have to deal with higher churn. They will have to deal with lower LTV to CAC ratio, so the lifetime value divided by the cost of acquiring customer, which really can be catastrophic in the long term for your business. So the bottom line is more is not always better. So how to prevent such situation that your teams are basically playing to different goals and they are misaligned and the growth or acquisition team is bringing in low quality leads? Well, first thing is to align them around roughly the same KPI. So what is ultimately the goal of all your pirate metrics? It's to increase your revenue, right? So um, go make your acquisition team chase the new MRR, right? Or the new ARR, gross new. They don't need to worry about churn at this point yet. And go, ask your customer success and your product team to focus on the revenue retention, to focus on expansion, MRR, and basically reducing churn. That way, these two teams will be actually playing towards the same goal. On the other hand, the problem may arise when they are fighting for resources. For instance, your engineering resources, because your growth team wants your engineering team to, I don't know, help them with A/B tests, testing different sign-up forms, changing the sign-up flow, right? Or implementing certain tools. While your activation team may need them to basically help them with in-app experiences for activation. So the obvious way to fix this situation is either to create cross-functional teams with engineers on both activation and acquisition teams, or if you can't afford to spread your engineers so thinly, which a lot of us don't, just go for code-free tools like use a pilot, and that way you can give both your acquisition, your growth team, and your product slash customer success team tools they can use on their own without having to fight with each other for the scarce engineering resources. So a little product placement here. Use the pilot. It's a great tool for that. Go book a demo call with us now and you will see. And go check out this post by our CEO. It was written a while ago, but it's super up to date. It's like this universal evergreen post about friction in your sign up flow and why it's not always a good idea to remove it completely, as I said. And that's it for today. I will see you next week. Have a great one. Bye bye.